Hey everyone, this is Matthew Kemp. Welcome again to Theology on the Ground and the Daily Thought for My Quiet Time. Coming at you today from James chapter 1. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one. Okay, so we've mentioned God's sovereign over everything, but God himself doesn't sin. Sin is the antithesis to who he is, what he is like. Sin is rebellion against him, and so he can't sin, and he doesn't tempt anyone to sin either. But each person is tempted when he's lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desire, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death. Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. So there's the picture of God. Not only does he not sin, he is completely opposed to sin. He doesn't tempt anybody to sin. Sin is a result of our own desires. And in fact, he just is the one who gives good gifts that we don't deserve. We might want to call that grace, because we're actually ill-deserving of being given good things by God. So God is good, and God does good. He's sovereign over everything, and that includes the presence of evil, but he's ultimately not responsible for evil. It's not his desire. So when we think about passages, and I've even mentioned, I think, Isaiah 10, where God is going to use Assyria to punish Israel, but Assyria's desires in attacking Israel are not pure. So God is wrathful against and judges Assyria, even though Assyria is, in the grand scheme of things, doing what God has sovereignly decreed that they would do. But God meant it for one purpose, for the chastening of his people, and Assyria meant for another purpose, for the destruction of God's people, for their self-exaltation, and so that's no good. So there's a little bit of theology regarding good and evil, and the sovereignty of God in the presence of both good and evil. It's not a concept, and it's one that I've talked about several times now. It's not a concept that you can just fully you just snap your fingers and kind of get. It's one that you kind of have to wrestle with over and over and over again. But I think it's an incredibly important one, and I think it's incredibly important as a Christian to dial into what the Bible teaches about these things. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys have a good day, and Lord willing, I will see you all again tomorrow.